And action. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be back and finally get into topic with you guys. Today I will be focusing on depression. So if you guys have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to comment down below. I will be more than happy to answer your questions, and if there is anything I need to cover more in depth that you guys mentioned down below, I will cover it in the first couple minutes of my next video. So if you or anyone you know might be going through depression, please do not forget to share this video just so that they are aware of the information that there is about depression, which might eventually help them or help them understand better the way in which depression works. So for this video, I will be focusing on the different causes of depression, the different types of depression, some facts, and the 9 warning signs for depression. And I will also be talking about cognitive behavioral therapy, which is a therapy that I highly suggest if you are going through depression. So some causes for depression is that it can be inherited. So if somebody in your primary household has depression, you are more than likely to get it as well. So please be aware of this, and if the symptoms do start to kick in, please do not hesitate to seek the help before the depressive disorder is there. So some environmental factors can also play a big role in your depression. So if your environment that you're currently living in or working in is negative, you're more than likely to lead over to depression just because you are unhappy in that place that you're currently in. So if you do seek yourself going through this, please do not hesitate to seek for help and to place yourself out of that situation. So the environmental factors play such a huge role. I wish I can just explain it to you guys. If you guys are living in a household where there is violence, abuse, either physically, mentally, or sexually, you are more than likely to go through depression. So please seek yourself the help that you need and place yourself out of that situation. So another cause for depression can be life-changing events. For example, through this COVID-19 situation, many of us have lost our jobs, or school schedules have changed, or maybe our parents have lost their jobs and the environment in the home just isn't positive. You know, there is many things to worry about. There is bills to pay. There is food to have to brought to the table. So please keep in mind that if somebody in your household or you yourself have lost your job due to this COVID-19 situation, you're more than likely to be going through some type of depression, even if it is not major just yet. Please seek the help that you need, and please apply these next few tips that I will tell you guys later throughout the video to maybe help you guys overcome that depression. Medication is also another reason why many people go through depression. So if you are currently taking a medication and you notice that there's been a change in your mood, in your feelings, please do not hesitate to speak to your doctor and let them know that you're going through these changes, just in order to avoid the depression from continuing and from it to become a routine in your life. And lastly, substance abuse. So substance abuse also plays a big role with developing depression. So substance abuse doesn't allow our brain to focus the way that it should. So for example, alcohol, drugs, or medication. So if you continue taking it, your brain is not functioning the way that it should. The nature is just not there because all these substances are getting into the brain and you're just not functioning the way that you should. You don't know what day of the week it is. You don't know what you were supposed to do. You forget stuff quickly. So please keep this in mind. If you are going through this, please be aware and realize that the abuse of the substance is harming your brain. Some facts about depression is that 25% of women are more than likely to develop depression sometime in their life. So this is due to the biology and the way in which our body works. So for example, when we go through our menstrual cycle, we oftentimes feel very tired and annoyed and frustrated and angry. So that does not mean you're going through depression. I'm just saying that biology has an effect on our emotions. So if you guys keep continuing and keeping that in mind, when women are placed into birth control, their body is changing dramatically. So we might gain weight, we might lose weight, and that depression is always there. You start to feel very bloated, or you just don't appreciate your body the way that you used to. So that can certainly cause depression. So please be aware of this and talk to your doctors if you do think that you are going through depression due to the birth control that you're currently using. Now, in contrast to men, men's percentage is a 12% percentage.
What?
Men have a 12% rate of developing depression. So you guys have to keep in mind that a lot of men don't report their cases just because they don't want to see themselves as weak. But in reality, it is not weak. Some people are just more vulnerable than others. And if you guys feel weak, going through a psychologist or going to a social worker, there's many online websites in which you can contact professionals and they can help you more with your depression. Another fact about depression is that if you have it once, you are more than likely to get it again. So I am not saying this to make you guys feel bad and say, oh, I'm going to get it again anyway. No, I am telling you guys because if you were able to overcome it once, you are more than likely to overcome it again. So please keep it in mind, keep applying those tips and methods that you're currently using to overcome the depression and continue using them if you ever think that it's coming back again to you. So now I will be talking about the 9 warning signs of depression. The acronym that we use is DSCAPES. So D stands for depressed most of the day. I stands for interest. So if you do find yourself losing interest in something that you enjoyed doing, such as playing a certain sport or maybe playing checkers, and you're just starting to lose interest, then you're more than likely going through one of these signs of depression. The G stands for guilt. So if you're feeling guilty and oftentimes it's over a situation that you had no control of and you just keep blaming yourself, then you're more than likely also encountering one of the signs of depression. The next letter is S. So that stands for sleeping. So if your sleeping has either increased or decreased, you are more than likely going through depression. It all depends on your usual daily routine. So please keep this in mind. Now, letter C stands for concentration. So if you're losing concentration in something that you were oftentimes interested in, such as reading a book or maybe, when you're on the road, if you're losing concentration, you are more than likely to be going through one of the signs of depression. And A stands for appetite. So if your appetite has either increased or decreased, then you are more than likely going through depression. Keep in mind that it's the same thing with sleep. It all depends on the way in which your lifestyle was originally and the way in which you ate. So if you used to eat too little before and now you're eating too much, then you're going through some type of depression. Or if you would eat so much and now you barely want to eat, then you also might be going through some type of depression. The P stands for psychomotor. So psychomotor pretty much means the way in which your brain and your body function together. So for example, usually when we're riding down the street and we see a red light, we usually start braking about 7 to 8 feet away from the red light. And people who are going through depression and the psychomotor, they see the red light, but they don't react that they need to stop until they're about 2 feet off the red light, and then they brake dramatically. Just because the brain and the body are not functioning together the way that it should. And E stands for energy. So in adults, the energy decreases. So you're just not as energetic as you were, and you don't feel that energy that was there before. But for adolescents and children, the energy increases. So, for example, for adolescents, if they are going through depression, there is an increase in their energy. They want to go out, they want to party, they want to do their thing. Maybe they start consuming alcohol, consuming drugs. But that is just the way that they are dealing with it. They're increasing their energy because they think that that is the way to overcome the depression, by going out, by doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, So please keep that in mind. And lastly, it's letter S, which means suicidal ideation. So pretty much the word says it all. If you are a person who has thought about committing suicide, or if you're currently thinking about it, or if you've tried to commit suicide, then of course it is a high symptom that you are going through depression. And I will also be giving you guys the information down in the link below. If you guys have been going through suicidal thoughts, in which you guys can reach the suicide hotline and they can help you guys out more. It is completely anonymous, and I think you can even text with them. So please contact them if you are currently going through this. Their phone number is 1-800-273-8255. That is 1-800-273-8255. So that is the suicide hotline phone number. It is completely anonymous, so please reach out over to them. And I will also give you guys a website in which you guys can take a quick quiz to see if you are either going through depression or not. The website tells you the quiz, then towards the end it will tell you the result, and it will give you the option to chat with the specialist if you do find yourself going through depression. So the website is called minddiagnosis.org. So please take the quiz. It was very exciting when I was doing it. I was like, I don't think I'm going through depression. But when I took the quiz, it came out as very low chance. So, it's okay. I'm able to overcome it. I think I'm knowledgeable enough. So please take the quiz. If you guys want to share your results down in the comments below, please do so, and I will give you guys more feedback on that. So the different types of treatments for depression can be either medication or cognitive behavioral therapy. I highly do not suggest medication right away. Oftentimes medication is given to people who their depression is very advanced and at high chance of suicidal ideation. But if you are at a low chance of depression or you are in the middle, please contact your doctors or your counselors that you guys want to try cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy focuses on changing thinking patterns to alter and better behavior and feelings. So I highly suggest that it is something that you will take control of instead of the medication taking control of you. So I am not completely against medication. It certainly helps people who are going through suicidal ideation. So if you do need it, please take it. But also suggest to your counselor that you want to try cognitive behavioral therapy. Albert Ellis is a very famous psychologist who focused on cognitive behavioral therapy. And there is a very famous quote from him that I kind of turned into English language for you and I to understand better. And this quote says, "We cannot eliminate negative feelings, but we can alter them and make them less important and less intense." So pretty much what it says is that we can't control the negative feelings will be there. But we can change how important we want it to be to us. So for example, if there is a negative comment that was said to me, like, you know what, I don't like your hair, there's 2 different colors on it. I can either take it very personal and say, oh my god, my hair looks ugly. And stay with myself, oh my god, I'm gonna go cut my hair. You know, I can totally freak out and give it so much importance. Or I can say, hey, you know what? Just during this quarantine time, my hair looks good. You know, I'll be fine. I made it less important. Maybe it harmed me a little bit. You know, you don't like my hair. But at the end of the day, I feel good. You know, I'm giving myself positive feedback and I'm encouraging myself to not care so much about what others say and not giving it importance. So I am not allowing it to get to me. By the way, nobody said that. My hair looks good. Okay, just kidding. Some ways in which you can work with your depression from home is to be observant. So for example, keeping a notebook or keeping a piece of paper down and writing down your negative thoughts can certainly help you to say, you know what, I don't want to feel like this. I want to change the way I'm thinking, you know. So certainly writing stuff down in paper can be so beneficial to you. I personally love it. I love writing. And I love expressing my feelings in paper. So please note that this is a great method and one of the first things that you guys should try. Another method is to exercise. So exercising certainly takes your mind out of the situation and it boosts your emotions and makes you feel better. So after you're done running so hard, you stop, you're breathing, you feel good, you know? So please, exercising is also a great way to deal with depression from home. And it follows along with being healthy. So changing the way in which you eat. So if you eat healthier, you're more than likely to keep your body positive and feeling better. So also relaxation methods such as yoga or meditation can be a great technique to work with your depression. You can try different breathing techniques such as breathe in, breathe out. And believe it or not, it is very helpful. You are breathing in all the negative and letting it all out. So please try about different of these techniques. I will be making videos in which we can all work together and try these different methods. And also a very important one is to stay connected. Most of the time, people who are depressed want to be alone. They want to be left alone. They don't want to hear about nobody. So if you know somebody going through depression, they want to be alone, but don't let them be alone. Let them know that there is that help there. Let them know that you are there to help, that you are there to take them out, you know, take them to the park, take them for a walk, take them for a run. So please be there for that person. It is okay to be alone for a day, but don't let them be alone the second day. So please encourage to help others who are currently going through depression. And certainly talking to a professional. So if you're going through depression, like I mentioned before, you guys can contact the suicide hotline or take the quiz that I linked down below and reach out to a specialist, and they can help you with your depression and different techniques and methods that you can use. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I certainly hope that you guys got a lot of information and feedback from this video. Please let me know if anything that you guys want me to answer or cover down in the comments below. That will be the way in which you enter the second giveaway. So please do not forget to comment down below. I am so excited for the next giveaway. I will be raffling a notebook. It's like a book where you guys will keep writing down stuff about how you're feeling, how your day is going. It's pretty much an entry journal. So please stay tuned and do not forget to comment down below in order for you to enter the giveaway. My next video will be focused on self-esteem. So I will be doing my makeup with you guys. I am so excited for that video. So please stay tuned. Remember, it's not completely a tutorial. It's more like getting ready with me as I cover the topics of self-esteem. So please stay tuned for that video as well. And also for the winners on the giveaway. So please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And follow me down on my social media.